Over 50% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That means every month they run out of money. So in this video, I will provide you with 4 actionable steps that I believe if you start doing them now, you will never run out of money again. So if you would like to learn more about all this stuff, welcome back to Chibind Brothers. My name is Joel. Please allow me to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get our message to a wider audience. So as part of those 4 actionable steps, they will be divided in 2 parts. The first part will include the first 2 actionable steps that you need to start doing now based on your current income. And then the second part will include the other 2 actionable steps that you will need to start doing in the future to be able to expand your current income. So let's get into them. Action number 1 is get out of debt. Guys, the reason why you want to get out of debt is because you want to have expendable income. The biggest reason why a lot of people don't have expendable income is because they spend their money on necessities, and then after they spend the money on necessities, the remaining portion of that money usually goes toward debt repayment. And that right there is a problem because you are not saving anything for yourself. So guys, the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to get out of debt. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm talking about bad debt because we have bad debt and good debt. So starting today, we will know what the difference between bad debt and good debt is. So what is bad debt? Bad debt is debt that does not put money into your pocket, but it's debt that takes money out of your pocket. For example, a credit card. Because with the credit cards, if you're not paying back, this debt is not putting money into your pocket. Now, what we're going to do here is good debt, for example, is debt that will put money back into your pocket. For example, you go out and take a loan so you can buy a property that you will put out for rent. Guess what? That property will provide cash flow, and then you will use that cash flow to go back into your pocket. That right there is good debt, and that is the difference between bad debt and good debt. So in this video, what I'm talking about right now is bad debt. We need to get rid of all bad debt. So we gotta start by paying off all of our bad debts on, for example, our credit cards. And the biggest reason here with a lot of people that end up with so much credit card debt is because they put unnecessary spending on their credit card. You're not supposed to do that. For example, your friends are going out on a road trip. Guess what? If you don't have money, don't go. Just don't go. Because guess what? When you go on that road trip, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna take those expenses and put them on your credit card. Guess what? When you come back, you're gonna have to work your butt off so you can pay back that money. And the biggest mistake that a lot of people also make because they don't know how credit cards work is they will carry over that money month over month, sometimes years. And what happens here is the money compounds over time. And the biggest problem too is credit cards usually have very high fees. And that compounding interest will basically turn that you originally owed $500, now you owe $5,000. And that right there is the problem. And that's why we first don't want to put unnecessary spending on our credit cards. And any expense that we put on our credit cards, we want to pay it off every month. And what I mean by unnecessary spending is, for example, like I said, going on vacation that you don't have money for, or clothing. And this kind of stuff should not be placed on your credit card. Please only put necessary spending on your credit card that you know you have to make those expenses every month anyway. For example, housing. For example, transportation. Guess what? You already have the money for that, so you will pay it off. Action number 2 is save money. Guys, over 50% of Americans have less than 3 months worth of saving. That is scary. So the reason why you want to save is so that you can always have a buffer in case of any emergency. And for example, what I mean by emergency is, guys, life happens. Like, I will repeat this, life happens for real. Like for example, a couple months ago, I had an incident with my car and my car needed a repair. Guess what? I took the car to the repair shop and the bill for the repair was $1,400. I was pissed, but guess what? I had enough money to pay for that repair. And that's why you need emergency fund. Guys, I'm not saying this to brag or say anything. No, I'm saying this because it will help you. A lot of people don't have these kind of emergency savings, and then when life happens, they don't know what to do. Or sometimes they end up putting that expense on their credit card too, making it even freaking worse. Okay, so guys, let's start by saving our money. And another reason why we want to save money is because we can have financial stability. But the big problem that a lot of people don't understand with financial stability is financial stability will help alleviate your stress about money. That right there is big, because guys, once you have reduced you stressing about money, now you can put your mind to thinking on how you can even make more money. And that right there is big key. And that's why we need to be able to have an emergency fund. So how are we gonna have this emergency fund? First, like I said, we need to start by paying off all our debt. Once we've paid off all debt, now all the money that was going toward debt repayment, now all that money will be going into constructing an emergency savings account. So what you need to start doing here is you need to start by setting a goal. So your goal here will be, first, I want to have $10,000. For example, this is an example and it's not financial advice, right? I need to have $10,000 in my savings account. So you start putting all that money into your savings account until you get to $10,000. And the thing too here is you don't have to do this manually. Guys, you can automate this with your bank that, hey, every month, take this much money out of the bank where you receive your direct deposit or whatever, or where you put your checks from, whatever you get your income from that bank into this online savings account every month. And you can use online savings accounts such as Marcus by Goldman Sachs or LI Bank. There's multiple banks that you can use. These banks will also typically pay you a certain amount of interest on your money. Guys, it's not much. Like right now, I think Marcus is paying me about 0.5%. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. But the problem is I want to have that emergency fund, and everybody should have that emergency fund. Before you even try to do anything else, you need to make sure that you have this stability first. Now, as we are going into the second part of this video, the third action is invest in yourself. Guys, investing in yourself is one of the biggest things that you could ever done for your life. So what I mean by investing in yourself is maybe you've always had an idea of maybe starting a business. Then you can start a business, because that will be something for you, for yourself, that you do for yourself and maybe your family, relative, and all that. And what I'm meaning by this is, for example, this YouTube channel, Chibind Brothers, is a business that my brother and I started, and we have invested in this business through things such as the camera that I'm recording this video on, the lighting that I'm using so that you can be able to see me, the microphone that I have so that you can be able to listen to me right now. All of these are investments that I and my brother have put into this business, and we are expecting to have an ROI, or a return on our investment. And guys, here's how we are going to be having the return on our investment. The thing is, right now we have about 939 subscribers on this video, and we have about just a little over 3,000 watch hours. So the YouTube partnership program, which is the way to monetize on YouTube, requires to have about 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So guys, we are literally almost there. Once we get there, we will be able to apply for demonetization. Once we get monetized, guess what? YouTube will start paying us for all the views and all the ads that will be played on our videos. That right there is a return on your investment, because that once that money start rolling in, that money will help pay back all the money that has been spent into getting the gear. like the camera, the lighting, the microphone. The reason why you should invest in also your business is because when you are running your business, you have control over your money. You have control over the cash flow. And the other thing too is, which is one of the biggest things that a lot of people will never have in their lives, is money that is earned through business usually has better financial incentives than money that is earned as an employee. For example, if you're making money as a business owner, you will have much more ways of reducing your taxes than if you're earning your money as employee. Because if you make $20,000 as an employee and you make $20,000 as a business owner, guess what? The employee will pay more taxes than the business owner. That right there is another great reason for investing in yourself, because you want to keep your money. The last action is invest in other assets such as stocks or crypto. So guys, the reason why you want to invest in other assets is because you want to be able to take advantage of the power of compounding. The power of compounding is a tool that the rich have been using for centuries to get even richer. So then, here's the thing with the power of compounding that a lot of people don't understand. Let's say that today you have $1,000 to invest. So you start with a lump sum of $1,000 that you invest in a stock or crypto. And then let's say that you also decide to dollar cost average into that stock or crypto every month with about $100. Dollar cost average just means that you buy at whatever price it is every month with $100. Now, let's assume that that stock or crypto grows at an interest of about 10%. After 10 years, you would have about $21,718.65. So now let's say that you didn't invest that money, you just put it into a saving account that paid you basically zero interest on that money. You're starting with $1,000. So we have $1,000, and then you're putting down $100 every month. So in 1 year, you have about 12 months. So $100 times 12, that is $1,200. And then you're doing that for 10 years. So that will be what? $12,000 plus the initial $1,000 that you had. So now you have about $13,000. See, now you see the difference between $21,718.65 and $13,000. That is a difference of $8,718.65. Guys, that is a lot, and that is why we should take advantage of the power of compounding. So now, to take advantage of the power of compounding, what can you do? You can invest in stocks. What are stocks? Stocks are basically shares of a company. For example, Apple. If you buy Apple stocks, that means you're owning a share of the Apple company. Or within the stock market, you can buy funds, for example, index funds such as the S&P 500. These index funds are a basket of stocks. That means they contain, like, for example, the S&P 500, like I said, contains about 500 biggest US companies in that fund. So now you are taking a little bit less risk for investing into an S&P index fund, or S&P 500 index fund, should I say, than investing into an individual stock. And then the next thing that you could do is investing in crypto. Guys, the problem with crypto is you have to know that crypto is pretty new, but also crypto is here to stay. And crypto is very volatile. So if you're going to invest in crypto, I usually tell people to stay within the top 10 crypto. The Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the Cardano, maybe not so much, Dogecoin. But the top 10 crypto that I mean is the top 10 on coin market cap. Guys, as long as you stay within those top 10 crypto, I believe they should do good over the next 10 years. This is not financial advice, by the way, but I'm just saying, for people who don't really have time to do a whole lot of research and really dig into the entire world of crypto, just stay in the top 10 and you should be fine. So guys, I hope that I provided you with enough value in this video. If that was the case, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get our message to a wider audience. Now, with that being said, if you would like to start investing into the stock market and don't have an account with Webull or M1 Finance, you can use our Webull and M1 Finance links in the description below. And when you sign up and deposit at least $100, we both get some monetary value. Or for investing into the cryptocurrency market, you can use our Coinbase link in the description below. When you sign up and deposit $100 on there and buy, I believe, about $100 worth of crypto, we will both get some monetary value, as well as our BlockFi link in the description below. And when you sign up with that link and you deposit your cryptocurrency on there, we will both get some monetary value, but BlockFi will also pay you interest on your cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video on Sunday. Bye.